will jump right on into the banning phase, and it will be Horizon starting on the defense and Unnamed starting on the attack. So straight away, Tristan.
Learn from mistakes. A swift ban as well. That was quick.
We see that it's gone. We know Horizon did make a little bit of a mistake. But really, are Unnamed the team which I would ever really consider Lion players?
I feel like Mac can play anyone. Just give Mac the game. He'll play anyone. But we'll see. I don't know. I don't think they're really ones to sort of abuse however people say it will meta. But, I mean, it's annoying to play against Lion.
Okay.
The mind games have begun.
I don't understand this because Maverick is now available.
Maybe they want to play Maverick then.
They are attacking first.
Well, there you go.
I don't get
Why
this.
limit yourself?
See if they're going to go for a no ban again.
You think that's just to get in Horizon's head? If they do a double no ban...
It's either that or they're just mega trolling.
You think they're just saying, so right, just play whatever you want?
Maybe they just don't want to show their bans for Clubhouse. Maybe whenever they have to play Secret, then they can just, oh, look, you didn't know our bans before. Now you do.
That's if Secret even want to play Clubhouse and Prem. That seems to be a risky one for them.
We do see Mira, another very common ban. And the last one, really, I'm expecting Maestro, Echo, Reaver, Clash.
I feel like Horizon probably won't ban Clash. I know Matems is very much a Clash player. I don't think Unnamed really have a Clash, unless I'm mistaken.
Oh. Was Secret done this?
There are some shenanigans going on tonight.
So, only 2 bans. Alright.
I mean, interesting. Echo, Maestro, both of them.
The only time I've ever seen a match being played and being streamed and being casted was during the Paris Major, where we did the show match and we didn't ban a single operator.
It's an interesting one, and then they just knifed anyway. And
that was like a meme match that we did at the Paris Major.
One thing also to mention to the stream is that Horizon do have a new player playing, KXCA. Not 100% sure how to pronounce that.
Kicks.
Kicks.
Yes, not Kickstar, just Kicks.
From one great caster to one great player. We're seeing Madman and Montaigne, by the way.
Yes. Not surprised. This is
Neither am I.
He played a lot of this on Xbox as well. He was very proficient in that kind of Montagne push, and really, looking back at it, sure, it's Xbox, completely new team. That was with Team Enix. You know, you had other players there, but really, Clubhouse was always a really good map for Mac and Madman. They knew how to play it really well, but that was on the old one, where they typically just went for that very heavy stock bar push, which stock bar isn't a thing anymore. Just isn't. I don't remember the last time I've ever actually seen anybody attempt one of them. It must have been, what, week 1 of NA Pro League.
The thing with bar stock now is that it's going to become something in, like, probably
next
as little as a few weeks that will get picked because nobody knows how to attack it.
Might see it at the finals in Rio.
Something to mention here as well is I don't think Horizon really have anything to counter this Montaigne. They've got the Echo, maybe. You can zap the Montaigne, but
yeah,
there's not a smoke, not a Legion, Elemines, anything like that. I think it's going to be very dangerous for them. I assume Madman's going to push up the garage stairs with the Glads near him.
This is going to be bad.
Especially, they're not going to be able to get that crossfire on him either, with Maverick opening up the holes on the ledge. This could be tough.
I'm kind of expecting just very simple. Madman walks up through Catwalk, supported by potentially Glass. You have those kind of smoke combinations that we did see from M&M in the first week of Prem, where they did play against Secret. They had the heavy Montagne plus that Glass combination. And then, of course, because we know that Maverick isn't banned, Maverick and Fermat can go ahead, open up that potential bandit trick, but there's not even going to be a bandit trick for Horizon either. So, not taking the bandit, very, very questionable as well. Like, we know how strong that double wall, if it does get opened, it just creates that kind of massive, you know, splitting of the Red Sea between both of them. You know, it traps everybody in Catwalk, in towards Catwalk like we see, and then everybody over in that cash room side just cannot escape.
Here is this Glass and Montaigne play that we were expecting, by the way. That backpack seems to happen all of the time.
It's happened to me in ranked yesterday.
I see that constantly now. But, as expected, this garage hold, what are you going to do against the Montaigne and the Glass? You don't have anything to counter it. We see Razi here holding the angle from Garage Lounge. If he does get peeked by that Glass, it's going to be tough. Buster misses his shot on the balcony walk up there. Very nice angle. I also seen him Pro League.
Could have been an easy kill for him there, but no, misses the shot just slightly, and he's going to be challenging the Glass.
He the Glass. He gets him very weak.
But really, a minute 30 to go, and already Horizon have lost full control of Garage, have lost majority of the control inside of server, and once Madman just hops on over the window, extends his shield, that should be the easy plant that Unnamed are certainly looking for.
The thing I'm concerned about here is that there are Echo drones in the bomb. Shattered has a C4. He's not below. Unnamed aren't taking control below. They could easily get a C4 off here, especially knowing that there's a Montaigne, but you're trying to challenge head-to-head. The way it's the C4 wasted. I think that's a big waste of utility.
Look at Madman just playing that impenetrable wall. They cannot stop him. They're trying to get the feet shot. Buster misses the angles, and this will be another smoke grenade come in, and Maids will take full advantage of that. Eliminates Buster. King's trying his best, the new kid on the block. Can he try anything to salvage this round? Shower does pick up one kill, but in the midst of the gunfire, the diffuser will be planted, so everybody from Unnamed should just back on off, hold the angle. Shower trying the very common run out, does get detected. It should be careful, and just Madman being absolutely impeccable here, cannot be destroyed. Ryazu picks up one, Tank picks up another for his team, so a free, actually basically a 2 versus 2 down to Madman and Tank, as Jugger cannot be revived. Tank onto Ryazu, rotating up towards the catwalk, and Madman does pick himself up after a well-fought battle with the Montagne. He does come out on top, and Unnamed, a very quick finish for them. Horizon, they crumble under the pressure.
A hugely strange round for me. I don't know why you have the castle playing below when he can't make a difference, assuming he's not used his impacts below the Montaigne. I don't know what else the plan is there. Pushed into the garage once they've already planted. Oh, well done, you got a kill, but you didn't do anything. You didn't help the round.
I would like to see the clash there. The clash is perfect, trying to deny majority of that access in the catwalk. Montagne really cannot push up as well. Whenever the enemy team sees the clash, they know, oh yeah, they basically have their own shield operator gaining all of this intel. Montagne can also get zapped down very heavily by the clash as well. I'm surprised why they're not taking it. It's available for themselves. We know how strong that operator is, and on Clubhouse especially, where it's very close range environments, you can really deny a lot of, the single doorways and stuff. And we do see it finally being sick put out from Mayhems, but you're sacrificing Maestro for that?
I mean, they do have the echo and the smoke. It's understandable. But so for Horizon's standpoint, they're playing against a Montaigne and a Glaz right now. They don't know Glaz has changed, but they've got rid of Maestro instead of Echo. I find it strange. Why would they make that play?
They are going to go downstairs where Maestro isn't as strong as he would be compared to the upstairs, so certainly those Echo drones could be pretty useful in trying to deny the plants in towards the B bombs, like we have seen multiple times where, on the downstairs, especially the downstairs, as I would definitely argue, the slowest played attacking round in Siege entirely. It was like that before the new change to the Clubhouse. It still is exactly the same. You take the whole time to try and clear out the room game, you move in for the mid floor, you use the soft destruction on the kitchen, and then really it comes down to about 15 seconds. All of a sudden Killfest comes out. That's kind of what we call just the absolute slaughterhouse, is that downstairs, and certainly I'm expecting the same kind of stuff.
Bar and stock hatches are both unreinforced, and there's no Habana. This is strange. It's a strange plan by Horizon.
They are going to try and hold upstairs as much as they can. This is a strategy
with the Clash and the Legion.
This is one that I know they have developed within this week, where they've decided to bring in this Clash. They like to have this kind of aggressive roam game. We know that Clash provides that kind of, off-site roam game, where as a Clash, you already have map control. You know what areas are safe to walk into. It's not like a Montagne where you take your time. Clash can just walk about, see anybody and say, oh, there's a guy here, walk down, start zapping, and then a guy right behind the Clash gets an easy kill.
I have to vouch for Mayhems as well. Ooh. That is a very nice shot, but that's the Echo gone already. Echo gone. But Mayhems is a very good Clash. I have seen him on Clash. I do enjoy the comms and Jaeger. There is only one person on site right now for Horizon, by the way. I've just seen Jaeger's also a master bet. They might have seen the cross there. That person there may have seen the cross of all three of them. Could be given very vital info right there. It's shattered though. Does get the kill.
Well, here comes the shield of Unnamed this time, so Mayhems will have to come up against Madman and see who will be on top with the shields. Of course, you can kill the Clash pretty easily with a nade, and what have you, even just run up and stabbing her and then shooting her is feasible, but look at the pinch that these players have on Madman. He should be more aggressive in this scenario, but no, they see that, oh my word, there's so many roamers, let's just push in the bomb site, and that's exactly what they will do. Kitchen hatch has not been opened either. Max seen a glimpse of a player inside of Church, and this is where the rotates have to come in from Horizon. Ryazu does manage to land one onto Jugger, but it will not be. The planter and that diffuser will get there as Tank on the crossfire, using those holes that Horizon did make against them. This should be fairly simple for the players of Unnamed to sit back, hold the angles. They really cannot push in through blue. Mac has to be careful of the wall bank, but here comes the Clash. to see if she can do anything. Shattered, he just gets the pick on the tank as he stands up on in. But surely you would expect Madman to win it from here. Mac trying to fight as well as he can against kicks. Madman does on shield, tries to push on in, but Mayhems, he leads the charge. Using those tasers to the best of his ability, Madman switches, doesn't manage to have enough time. I believe this should be done and dusted as the players are just swarming the Montana. He can't do anything, and Mayhems gets the stab on Horizon. What a retake, and it just shows the power that Clash brings to the table inside a clubhouse.
The battle of the shields there, Demo. You wanted it.
We got it.
Mayhems, I said, the Clash, the master. Unbelievable Clash play. But that was a very strange attempt by Horizon to not reinforce the hatches, but then to have 3 people roaming and to have Legion just have the impacts with him so that you can just drop for the retake. You gotta say, they sort of baited Unnamed into going for the plant, but I mean, it was a very good plant. They had a lot of crossfire. It was just tank dies.
So moving in then to a gym and bedroom. So once again, we will see it being switched up and over to another bomb site for the players of Horizon. So they already have tried the upstairs, they've also tried the downstairs, and then they will go for the secondary upstairs defensive bomb site. It will be the gym and the bedroom. No clash, 6th pick, Legion onto a Legion. Okay, sure.
You'll have to see it, it's the mind games again.
Let's go with it. 2
operators don't get banned. And you could pick whatever you want, but just change to the same one. Why not? I mean, it's not like you got millions of options, right?
Sure, you know, we see that a player or an operator there like Clash isn't there. Just pick the Clash and a pick it off. It just kind of puts the fear into Unnamed where they think, okay, here comes the Clash again. If they see the Clash, then they could have potentially picked something else onto Sophia, for example. That could have been options as well.
I feel like if Horizon, clearly they wanted Cash as their first thing, didn't ban Maverick. They've now, instead of trying to go back there, gone to another top floor site where Maverick can almost single-handedly win the round. If he's not doing it into Cash, he's doing it into the Jacuzzi Vault, I believe it's now called.
Yes.
If he's not doing it there, he's doing it into the construction wall. It's strange not to ban him. They could have done. They could have picked whatever they wanted.
I think it's because Unnamed, they had the choice to go for the Maverick ban, but they do have the attacks first, so that's kind of why they want to keep that and see if they can gain this early lead. Currently it is still 1-1. It can very, very simply go into the hands of Unnamed, and they could go ahead and just clean sweep it and take, you know, 4-1 going into the halftime switch. That could be a potential. Then they're going to have to try their best to play around that Maverick. Certainly it will be Horizon trying this off-site hold, which again is very common, I think. I know that they do this a lot more, and a lot of teams, I would say. I know that teams there like Ints perform this same kind of strategy where they have everybody inside of Cash, they get the refrags ready, but really that's what it's about. Can Horizon pull off these refrags against this just inevitable push that Unnamed will try and go for?
We're going to see the Maestro favored for the Echo this time, meaning that there's no Echo drones helping this Cash plant, well, this Cash roam, which does seem to be a common thing. Echo drones always seem to be just droning around there, just having a look-see. But that's not going to happen. We're going to see Buster's already wasting smokes trying to deal with that Montane. I don't think that's the smartest plan of action.
Just locked up.
He's looking menacing.
Just hello, and there we go, the call-outs. But refrags.
There it is.
We said this.
They're learning.
Finally, Mayhems has switched on to the idea, and Gumine has had to be pulled out of Madman's foot, but they have established the control inside of Bathroom. This is a very heavy anchor position that typically we see Bathroom being played into, and this is where then I can start seeing these potential frags coming in from a player, you know, from Unnamed. If you just want to see Tank run on in with the M4, he might try and do that. Ryazu's going to have to play very light on his feet, and that's exactly what he will do. He has the rotation available on Tank. He will fall. Still over a minute to go for the players of Unnamed to secure this, but plenty of rumors still undealt with.
Lovely aggression by Ryazu there. I mean, he's put the round almost into a 4v2 now, considering the Montane. They got loads of info, they got Legions, they got the Maestro camera. It's a very good position for Horizon right now. They're still playing heavy off-site. Meads is the only person on that side of the map. I don't think he's even attempting to push it. He looks like he's still on the roof to me, Demo.
Yeah, he's just hanging about, trying to see what he can do. I think he's just careful of potentially construction, but Mac, he knows the call-out. That's the power that Montana does have, just that human drone potential. Meads, will he win the gunfight against Legion? But it does beat in the Jaeger, and double kill for Meads. Wow, wow, indeed, big kills for him. Down to Ryazu, we see them get 1 kill. Can he recreate that? Just back and forth, but Madman just pushing on in, being the bully, gives all the call-outs. They know exactly where he'll come from. Claymore almost did catch out Ryazu, but really from this stage, nothing he can do. Oh, excellent shot onto Mac. but still has to go through Madman, has to go through Mage. Diffuser being planted as well, panicking as much as he can. We'll see if he pushes in. I'm sure it will be the angle held by Mage. 3k for him. He said he wasn't doing much in the roof, but wow, comes in big whenever his team needs him to.
I can't believe that. I genuinely can't believe that they didn't hold the crossfires there. Mac has pushed with Thermite across the entire bomb site, right in front of Castle's rotation hole from Office. I just walked in and killed Maestro. Why is that rotate not being watched? He's already ran through it to kill one person. It's an interesting one. I think Madman on Montaigne is a menace. Madman on anything is a menace. Madman
is certainly, I would say, from everybody who played Xbox, he has been the one who has transitioned that smoothly. You would expect this, you would honestly believe this guy's been playing PC since the beginning.
I mean, it looks like it.
He is that good.
It felt like it when I played with him. I will say that much.
Yeah, you had a brief period of time playing with Madman.
When I was a poor level 90, and I'm seeing him absolutely swing around corners.
Yeah.
Just 4v1ing everyone. It's frightening.
Yeah, Mac and Madman, they've had experience in other PC leagues as well. You know, CCS, T4H, they have that bit of experience, and certainly they have landed themselves with also some pretty good players there. You know, Tank, Pro League experience, everybody knows what he had in Barrage. Didn't have the best of runs back then, we must admit, with that, you know, the first ever 10-0 that I just have to keep talking about. Like, I don't mean it.
I thought you were all for the UK scene.
I don't mean it, Tank, but it's like, you know, 10-0, first 10-0, that's kind of how he's recognised as.
But
it's quite bad to say that.
Mac and Madman did deserve that.
Yes, the duo. They were the duo from last season. They're certainly the duo this season.
But still, Matens on the Clash, the Battle of the Shields. Once again, Matens currently 1-0 up in the Battle of the Shields. That won't go on the official scoreboards, unfortunately, for Horizon Union. However, we are going to see how it pans out this round. What do you think of the change to try and defend Garage this time instead of just leaving it?
Well, they don't have the smoke this time as well, so it does just give Madman that kind of free pass in.
The Legion this time, though.
No echo as well.
There is an echo.
Oh, there is, sorry. Well, that's the first L that Demo took.
Interesting by Demo. Always observe.
Getting late.
Always.
Getting late.
This is why you can only play casual.
Unbelievable. Well, we'll see.
He's made his angle even tighter. After missing the shot last time, he's thought, you know what? Well, we need even less opportunity to hit this shot.
Once again, this same tactic that the players off Unnamed are just going to go for, very standard, up the catwalk, open up the wall, cut off any rotations, Thermite goes down, and kind of from there, that's just the picks coming in, and already first pick in favour of the players of Unnamed is Rayazu. He will drop the guy. He did try and go for that kind of late rotate in the latter stages of the round, does fall very, very quickly.
To be noted as well, this time there's no C4. So even if it does get into an opportunity where Montaigne's in the bomb, not surrounded by teammates, they can't go for that vertical play.
So Mage just trying to peek his way in with the Glaj. We know the kind of powerhouse that he really is that pushing potential. That's why he is banned so often. But, you know, we see only 2 bans. Only Mira and Lion being banned out, and Mage does steal that kill out from Madman. That's not nice.
You just can't afford to have that kind of crossfire on you. I'm so shocked that they've not banned Maverick, taken... that's the second kill he's got, because purely just because of that. Regardless of them not taking Bandit. I feel like they're giving up too much too easily, is how I'm seeing.
They're not bringing the aggression. We know how strong Unnamed can be on the attacks. They are very methodical, very aggressive, have the refrags, you know, all of the intel coming in, and Tank just, wow, the gun skill. Should never win that gunfight against Kix. Kix knew where he was coming from, but no, Tank just puts him in the ground. And once again, Unnamed, another round for them. Last round on the attack for Unnamed to Horizon's pleasure. But Horizon then, they have to go ahead and see how their attacks do, where they will need to be more coordinated compared to what we've seen already on the defense.
I think 100%. I think this season as well, concerningly for Horizon, their defenses have been sort of what's looked more promising for them. So for them to be 3-1 down, they have to get this round. The good news for them is they won this defense last time.
They did
win it.
Yeah.
I don't think it went perfectly as they would have planned. I wouldn't plan for them to plant and then be in a 4v3 numbers advantage, but it worked.
It's good adaptability, which you always have to credit teams where if you can adapt to what's happening currently inside of the bomb site, that just puts you just levels ahead. But like we seen the Clash was the only reason why they won that last time. We're not seeing the Clash.
Yeah, I mean, the Meister again's gone for the 6th pick, but yeah, not to the Clash. I don't think anyone entered free kitchen in the round before.
No, they didn't even get the hatch off.
Yeah, so it's a very interesting attempt by Pulse. I'm not sure what he's going to try and pulse, but we will see.
Intel? A lot of intel can be gathered in
they got Echo, Legion. I mean, if you change from Maestro to Pulse for Intel, I don't know.
Maybe they just value the C4, because C4 in Kitchen, it's been about since the beginning of Clubhouse. You know how many times the Pulse just sits in there, relaxes, gains all of the intel. You know, the Cardex scanner can reach not just in the kitchen, in towards main stairs, in towards bar. You can even rotate and actually see anybody pushing in through dirt tunnel as well, which is very, very valuable. So that's kind of what they're thinking of. You can't really go wrong with Pulse. We've seen a lot of Pulse C4 kills already today, and we'll see if Horizon can recreate some of those moments of magic, or will it just be another fail?
I'm glad that they didn't change the kitchen, so you can keep C4ing it. It's like nostalgia.
Could you imagine if we did a fails of the week?
A fails of the week?
Yeah, imagine. I
mean, it would be all Horizon. I'm only kidding. They're lovely.
What about Wind and Rain?
Wind and Rain? No, I feel like they played very well. They put up a good show. Regardless, Boss is going to be trying to hold a Dirt Tunnel this time. It didn't work too well for him last time. He was the entry death. He's deciding otherwise this time. Maybe just stick the Echo during there. Just watch, just see what happens.
So,
Madman off of the Montaigne as well, by the way. We're not going to see a single shot.
I did not notice that. I was about to say, hold on a minute. Typically we hear a clunk, 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 but no. It will indeed be Madman on the Ash, just an even scarier operator, really, to put this guy behind.
I can speak from first-hand experience. This is not what you want to be playing against. This is not ideal. But Horizon still, I mean, they still have all 5 alive. Problem is, though, for Clubhouse, you don't really waste too much time here on this defense, typically. The only way they did it last time was having 3 roamers and one of them being a shield. So it's a completely different attempt to defend this time by Horizon. Plus, it is going to hold the Dirt Tunnel this time, though, compared to last time. I think he's done a much, much better job of it. Unnamed. Well, what's the plan for them, then? Well, what are you seeing?
Currently, I'm seeing them kind of solo push, you know, Jugger pushing him by himself. Nobody there to potentially fall up and refrag. Nobody droning for him either. Buster just goes to the flurry of shots, doesn't land anything. Kicks will get things started. So a better start for Horizon. They eliminate Tank, who does have that quick bit of gun
off the board.
Yeah, C70 as well, very strong assault rifle. Not as good as remember the C70 before it was nerfed.
Yeah, that was ridiculous.
That's probably the strongest gun I think we've had by a mile. Even better, in my opinion, than probably it would be the Scorpion Evo. And Jugger somehow wins that gunfight against Buster.
Plus, if he wins that gunfight, I think they win the round. That is a very close gun. That was a clutch situation for them. Jugger, he's come away with it. He's come away almost full health as well. He still has his 2 grenades. They need something like this to entry. They need something like this. Jugger, he's going to drone out the bomb. He's going to see whereabouts the players are located. We still have the Pulse alive. He's going to know Madman's near the main staircase. He might get picked here, though. He's not being cautious enough.
I could just see the push-in coming in from Madman, potentially. Of course, Jugger in an absolute beauty of a position to just walk on in and kill Pulse if he chooses to. But as you've seen, Smoke has the angle, but I'm sure the crossfires and the pinch will come in very quickly. Jugger, nade kill onto Shattered. Flashbang's going. Mateum's just sitting there, relaxing in the back of the armory, but everybody's going to be pushing in, and the refrags Mac eliminates him, so down to Kicks inside of a 3 versus 1, gets 1 for his troubles. The comeback could be on. Diffuser will be planted by Mac, but Mac and Madman, the Xbox duo, the current Premiership champions from last season, and Madman just puts them right back to where they started, and Unnamed, they clean up and they lead. Going into the halftime switch, 4 rounds to 1.
That is, I feel that was really close from Horizon. That was really close, but I feel like there's just, they're not getting crossfires with each other. They're not with each other. Nobody was watching down the hallway. They couldn't. You said it yourself. They're solo pushing places. Madman solo push main stairs. Had nobody with them. They solo pushed Dirt. Nobody with them. And still, Horizon can't get a number advantage on it. They're still just choosing, oh, you know what, I'll take that 1v1 as well. Sometimes when you're playing against people who arguably achieve more gun skill, you can't afford to take that 1v1 every time. If you look at Barrage, for example, you said Xbox players, maybe not 100% adapted. They don't just sit there on their own. Sometimes they sit there on their drone alone, in front of a C4.
We're never letting Wiz love that down, are we?
No. I feel like he'll accept it, though. I feel like he accepts these things.
But, of course, all in good fun, because that's what we're all about here at the ESL Premiership, is fun.
And Montaigne.
And yes, and shields. A lot of shields.
Well, and a lot of Dock, apparently. A lot of Dock, a lot of Montaigne.
So, CCTV room and cash room is the first defense that the players of Unnamed will head towards, and no Maverick on the side of Horizon. Quite interesting that that's an operator which has really defined Clubhouse in terms of the meta. Before Maverick was released, just pre-Grimsky, whenever Clubhouse did get that change, Clubhouse was everybody's favourite map. So many teams picked this because the defence was so heavily favoured. Once Maverick was in there, wow, it just blew things out of proportion. A lot of teams don't want to play Clubhouse anymore, and if they do, Maverick is 100% always banned. So this is quite a big shock that they're letting the Operator, which is arguably his best map, and arguably the best Operator on this map, they're not even picking him.
They don't even want it. They don't want it though. Maybe they don't need it. I feel like the plan here for Horizon is probably going to go one of two ways. It's either Montaigne's going to try and push into Garage and he's going to have not a Glaz pushing with him, which isn't ideal. If you wanted to pick anything to push you into Garage, it's going to be Glaz. So that comes down to whoever's pushing with him, they've got to win their gunfights very, very well against probably the Duck, the Maestro, something like that. Or it's going to be they're going to use all of their utility just trying to get this Bandit off the wall, maybe get the pick on the Bandit. If they're 5v4, then they can go Garage. We'll see. But I think Horizon, they don't pick operators that synergize well together. That's my issue with them. Well, when they're picking these things, they don't do it. But who's helping Montaign? Who's helping Montaign? Who's helping Montaign?
He just repels
the roof.
Own here. He's had enough. He's had enough. He's gone.
Even he's thought, hold on. We're 40 seconds in, it's already gone wrong.
I can actually see, potentially for the first time inside of Premiership, we're going to see an A push being established by the players of Horizon. Definitely not the push that we're expecting. Means he will start things off, and like we said, the push that we're not expecting for visible reasons, because that anchor position in behind of the A bomb site is just very, very strong, and especially whenever they've lost their frag grenades, makes it a whole lot harder. Buster will come in and go ahead and attempt to get off the wall. Potentially the Bandit trick could have came in there from Tank, but isn't wanting to risk that to a Thermite charge. We have seen a lot of actual, Techs and Dynamites get kills just from Bandits mistime the Bandit trick in Clubhouse quite a bit.
I think Jugger also just ran into a Claymore and docked himself back up afterwards. That was interesting. I was watching his little outline just fall to the floor. Not sure what happened there. This A push, though. They need to get rid of the Maestro camera. Realistically, there's going to be one in here. What have they got to get rid of it? The Buck died early. There's no nades. It's going to have to be Zafir. It's going to have to be Ash. Can either of them get the angle on it? Right now, they're just sort of hiding behind Montaign, prone on pixel peaks. There's not a lot going on right now for Horizon. They're just holding the same angles. They're not going to get peeked. Maybe they are going to get peeked.
I don't understand why Buster's holding flank rotation. You have a guy dead, you have a drone. Just stick the drone on flank rotation. You need everybody you can to push in this absolute slugfest of a bomb site. He tries to go for the run-in, but no, will be shut down straight away. Tank eliminates him and kicks. He will be down by the toxic beards. Shattered manages to find one for himself as Tank throws his body into that corpse. Mayhem's a pistol kill for him, but Shattered does get picked off by the crossfire. Down the Mayhems, all down him on the shields. Did win the last shield battle, but I don't really think it's going to come in this time. Tries to go for the smoke. Don't tell me he's going to go for the Rev. He should never go for the Rev, and Jugger, he will swing on in. Double kill for him to finish off the round. And on Unnamed, they snagged themselves a point, and they could be looking to take all 3 points as they are on match point.
That for me was... I'm really struggling to sort of think what Horizon were doing. Horizon decide... Thermite is the man to flash the wall and just run clean in to try and get behind the bomb. So you have a Montaign. Montaign could go through the Thermite wall, turn himself to the right, get you completely covered off of that, and then you can enter behind him. Just like Madman was doing, covers off doorways, enters, lets them plant behind, but they're not doing it. They're not playing together. It's as simple as that. I feel like they're not bad players at all. You can't say they're bad players. Look at the frags, plenty of them more or less even, but the synergy's not there. They're not playing together.
So, potentially the final bomb site off this evening, and we'll see if Unnamed can finally finish out this series, let it fizzle on out, and send Horizon back with another loss for them. And even if they do lose this scoreline, 6-1 Horizon, they will then be dead last because of score difference, because then we know that Wind and Rain, they got one more round than them, but really isn't a difference.
It's not 6-3?
Or was it 6-3? Or was it 6-2?
I feel like the M&M was 6-2. I feel like War was 6-3.
M&M is 6-2. Yeah, Wind and Rain was, it was 6-3.
Yeah, so there'll be 2 rounds ahead.
Still,
Horizon need to go big. They really need to go big.
They just need to come back and sweep a point, and then they're
that
not dead
Horizon
last
War
anymore.
Game is going to be an interesting one.
Week 5. I've had my eyes on that for quite some time.
Week 5, that's the week.
Quite some time. So that will be pretty
From Horizon here, by the way, we're 20 seconds in and 2 drones are gone. Already. Why? Why are you just sending your drones in? They've had this issue every week. I've tried talking to them about it. They don't listen. They don't want to know.
Nope, don't want any from you.
I feel like, especially on Clubhouse, by the way, notoriously perfect drone placement. 3 of their drones are dead. Just Montaigne and Firma. And we wonder why they've got Buster watching flank when somebody's dead. Maybe there's no drones. Who knows?
So, moving on in to the first bit of the round, we're going to see Madman sit here on potentially trying to get a couple of early picks. Will be on the Jaeger, so certainly a big fragging operator for a big fragging player. Does get spot out just a little bit, and as you can see, Shattered, he's actually be bringing a Jackal for Clubhouse. Bit of a weird one. Typically, we know that Jackal was played in Consulate quite a lot. Also, Bank is always going to be a certain map where you do play Jackal on quite a bit, but Clubhouse, not so much.
I find it very strange that neither of these teams has chosen to pick Cabana when they know a bottom floor defender's coming. I find that very, very weird. I mean, in the case of Horizon, they didn't even bother to reinforce the hatches anyway. But for Unnamed, it looks like a different plan. You got Madman sort of holding blue stairs, people roaming around him. Why would you not take the Habana? They've already wasted 1 Thermite on the dirt wall, or I believe they're going to waste 1 Thermite on the dirt wall. What attack do you think you can do here, Demo? With a Montaigne and just either 1 wall or 1 hatch open? What do you think the plan is? That's clearly not it.
Oh.
Madman. It shuts down Shattered and kicks. That's 2 smokes and all of your soft breach gone, other than Buck. But not ideal, is it?
I know what that is.
That is all the soft breach gone.
No, that's a clip. That's what we call a clip right there.
That's going in the top plates.
I'm pretty sure that might make it. Oh, man.
It's now in the top plates.
Oh, this is like probably the best play we've had. Don't tell me he's going to get the ace. Is he going to go for it? Buster gets one for his troubles, but Madman has just completely ruined this round for Horizon. The flank protection wasn't there. Madman, he wants it. He wants it. He wants the ace. He's hunting for it, Mac. Don't steal it from him. Let him have this moment of glory. Madman gets the ace to finish the round out. Oh my. Madman, last season's champion, last season's MVP. And he is transitioned over to PC, and you wouldn't even tell the difference.
It's like watching console again. I have felt that. I have firsthand felt that from Madman.
Yeah,
when he was picking Montaigne, I was shocked. He was still fragging. He decides to pick Ash and Jaeger. And you can see why you see why they don't want him playing Ash and Jaeger.